What is up, wrestling fans? KayFabe Chronicles with your host JP, coming to you yet with another review. I've just finished watching WWE Payback. That's right, the Monday Night Raw final pay-per-view before Great Balls of Fire. Anyway, lots of stuff to cover on this one, so let's get going with the show. Opening up the night, we have the U.S. title match between champion Kevin Owens defending against former champion Chris Jericho. Overall, this match had, quite big build all of last year leading into this year, going up to the Royal Rumble, and of course the Ultimate Clash at WrestleMania where Kevin Owens defeated Chris Jericho for the belt. Match itself, Chris Jericho comes out, huge pop, crowd just eating him up, Y2J chants, Y2J chants. Of course, I'm cheering Y2J because right there, Winnipeg represent. Kevin Owens comes out. I'm not liking Kevin Owens' new thing, like the whole clean cut look, like the bushy beard gone, the whole I am the new face of America. Well, one thing I've never understood is WWE's infatuation with taking Canadian wrestlers and making them heel by, claiming their allegiance to America. Like, the fabulous Rougeau brothers did it. Chris Jericho technically did it. I guess Chris Benoit really didn't, but they claimed that he was from Atlanta, Georgia for a little bit. I've just never understood that. Match itself, typical of what you saw last time, a lot of back and forth action going on. Them hitting each other with everybody's moves. Good spot where KO counters the Lion Salt and then hits him with the cannonball in the corner. Chris Jericho gets KO into the walls of Jericho, but of course he breaks out with the finger again. Puts the finger on the rope. I'm pretending I have a rope over there. Match itself ends. Chris Jericho gets KO into the walls of Jericho again after viciously assaulting Kevin Owens' hand and his finger, and gets him to the center of the ring. And unfortunately, just the pain is too much to bear. Kevin Owens taps out, and we have a new U.S. champion, which is really, really shocking because everyone thought that KO was going to retain. But when I started thinking about it after, it makes a lot of sense. Chris Jericho will go to SmackDown, and I have a feeling that Kevin Owens is going to go back to Monday Night Raw. For two reasons. One, he will get his Universal Championship rematch, and two, this will separate him from Sami Zayn. As much as I love watching Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn fight on a minutely basis, I think it is time for them to go to two separate shows so they can each start fighting some of the other talent. But overall, great way to open up the night. Very next match, we got Cruiserweight Championship. That's right, purple rope time. We got the champion Neville defending against Austin Aries, perennial challenger Austin Aries. What can I say? Like, this Cruiserweight division has done nothing but go up. Like, ever since Neville won the belt, which he should have rightfully had since day one, the Cruiserweight division's really launching. Like, everybody, just everyone who Neville fights, he just makes them look like $1 million. Match was great. They carried off from where they left off at WrestleMania, which was another awesome match. Just, it's so fast-paced. Like, these guys are flipping, hitting each other with ground moves, aerial moves, submission moves. Oh, it was just so much madness going on. I'm not going to go into much detail about it because it was just really breathtaking. Like I said, I'm a super Cruiserweight fan, always have been. Austin Aries tries to do the 450 splash. Neville gets up, climbs on the rope to try to counter it. Austin Aries flips over and gives a sunset flip power bomb and puts him into the last chancery. You think that Neville's going to tap out, but instead Neville grabs the referee, throws him, and of course match is disqualification. That's right, Neville loses by disqualification, but because of the championship rule, he of course retains the title. This is going to obviously set up their future feud going into SummerSlam, where there is going to be a no DQ match where Austin Aries will finally win the belt. Calling it now. Hashtag calling it now. But yeah, great match. Like, the Cruiserweight division, people were cheering at the end of the match. Like I said, it's where the Cruiserweight division should have been since day one, so I'm really glad it's finally getting there. Coming up next, the Tag Team Championship between the champions, the Hardy Boys, defending against Cesaro. I love Sheamus and Cesaro's entrance just every time. It's just great. Of course, they come out. Hardy Boys come out to their slightly extended music. Like the music played for a little while before they finally came out, which was really weird. Overall, though, the match was okay. It was what you expected. A lot of double teaming, a lot of back and forth stuff. Hardy Boys pulling out their retro style, Sheamus and Cesaro pulling out their stuff. Overall, it wasn't really a great match in my opinion. Spot I really liked was when Sheamus did the white noise off the top rope, pins him 1-2. You think he's gonna get him, but Jeff Hardy breaks up the count. Match ends where Sheamus throws Matt into the corner, gets the blind tag by Jeff Hardy. Sheamus hits him with the power slam, pins him. Obviously no count because he's not the legal man. Jeff Hardy hits the swanton from the top and gets the 1-2-3, the victory. Of course, blind tag determining the tag team title because we've never seen that before. I don't know, just what happened after the match I really liked. They shook their hands. Congratulated the Hardy Boys. Hardy Boys are busy celebrating. Sheamus and Cesaro come in and just beat the living crap out of them. Like, ultimate heel turn. Like, this is, of course, two things. Like, now Cesaro is obviously a heel, but now this is mentally broken the Hardy Boys. I have a feeling that broken Matt Hardy is going to be making his entrance. And Brother Nero, like I said, like, the Hardy Boys of old are gone. Let's bring in the new stuff. Let's bring in Brother Nero, broken Matt Hardy. Yeah, I guarantee they're coming after this. And also, if you guys didn't see, Sheamus kicked Jeff Hardy's tooth clean out of his mouth. It was great. Is he going to get emergency surgery a la Natty Neidhart? Probably not, but yeah, overall, it's a semi-good match. I'm glad that the Sheamus and Cesaro are heels now, and I'm glad that this could possibly lead to the broken Hardy. So, some good came out of them. Up next, the Women's Championship between defending champion Bayley taking on Alexa Bliss. Of course, the whole storyline going into this. Alexa, obviously she works best as a heel. Everyone said, she did what she had to, she did everything she could do on SmackDown. Then, of course, she just transferred over to Raw. Bayley, hometown girl, fighting in her hometown. Of course, the women's champion, everyone loves her. Huge fan, personally. Like, this entire match, they were really teasing, like, a Sasha Banks heel turn, like they should have been doing the entire freaking time since Mania. Like, Sasha Banks even said in an interview, she's like, I'm going to support my girl Bayley, I'm going to be out there. So the entire match, we're just waiting. Sasha Banks is going to come out, she's going to cost Bayley the match. Fine, this is it. This is the Sasha Banks heel turn that we've been waiting for. And it doesn't happen. Alexa Bliss finds a way to get Bayley pushed into the turnbuckle, into the actual ring post, hits her with a DDT, and gets the clean 3 count. So we have a new women's champion with Alexa Bliss, and yet still no Sasha Banks heel turn. Like, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. I'm just wondering when it's going to happen. Granted, sending Charlotte over to SmackDown was the right thing, but I still think that the Raw women's division needs something different. But kudos to Alexa Bliss. Big fan of yours. First woman to make history by winning both titles. Here's hoping she's going to be able to do some fun stuff with it. But yeah, just give me my Sasha heel turn, please, WWE. I'm begging you. It just makes so much sense. Coming up next, we have the final... the House of Horrors match. House of Horrors, yeah. My mistake. Featuring Randy Orton taking on Bray Wyatt. The entire thing leading up to this match, so many different things are going through people's heads. People thought, is it going to be the Chamber of Horrors match in a cage with an electric chair? Is there going to be weapons? I was really hoping for discounted Halloween decorations. Just a giant ring full of jack-o'-lanterns and inflatable ghosts would have been cool. But no, pretty much WWE took a blatant rip-off page out of the TNA handbook by, of course, doing the whole double style match where the first half is pre-videotaped, leading into the ultimate thing in the ring. Yes, WWE's done this before in the past, the Hollywood Backlot Brawl, the Boiler Room Brawl, stuff like that was all pre-taped and stuff like that. I think it was just the fact that it was so close to the final deletion and the whole deletion series, and the fact that the Hardy Boys just came over. It kind of sparks a lot of things really? You came up with this sort of thing? Overall, so like I said, match is a pre-video package played where Randy Orton Limo driver drops him off at the house, and for some weird reason, his limo driver's like, all right, you go have fun. I'll wait here for you. So if I was that limo driver, I would have been like, screw this, I'm gone. So Randy Orton goes into the house. Pretty much standard what you expect. It's kind of dilapidated. Bray Wyatt comes in and starts beating the crap out of Randy Orton. They fight through various rooms of the house. There's a room which is stuff my nightmares are made of, where there's just a bunch of dolls hanging from the ceiling that's gonna haunt my dreams for now until ever. Overall, wasn't really a lot of crazy stuff going on. It was kind of back and forth. Like whenever Randy Orton would try to get any offense in, Bray Wyatt would find a way to get around. So, fast forward to the end. Randy Orton gets crushed by a freezer or a fridge or some kind of large appliance. Randy Orton leaves, climbs into the limo, because it's still waiting there, and flat out instructs the driver, to drive to the arena, because that's how the match is going to end. Because even the ring announcer prior to the match said, well, the first half of the match will be in the house and they will end in the ring, because that completely solidifies that it's not predetermined whatsoever. And Bray Wyatt heads back to the arena while seeing he's got the whole world in his hands. Why? Why would he not just teleport? Bray Wyatt has the power to teleport, apparently. That's the first half of the House of Horrors match. Woo! Very next match we have Seth Rollins taking on Samoa Joe in probably one of the best built matches leading into this pay-per-view. Overall, I really like what they were doing with this. Seth Rollins. I'm not really sold on him being a face. I'm more a heel Seth Rollins fan, but unfortunately, just him as a heel doesn't make sense right now. So, of course, everyone knows Seth Rollins beat Triple H at WrestleMania, so now Triple H's new prodigy, new bodyguard, Samoa Joe, is looking to seek revenge. Match was exactly what you expected. Samoa Joe's just laying the freaking smack down the entire match, just beating the living crap out of Seth Rollins in typical Joe fashion. Seth Rollins gets a couple of hope spots in. Nothing too fancy. He gets him with a coquina clutch a couple times. Seth Rollins pulls a Bret Hart against Roddy Piper pin by kicking over the turnbuckle. Gets a 2 count. Samoa Joe's able to break out. Samoa Joe captures him again in this mission, but only this time. The way it ends is Seth Rollins gets kind of like a fireman carry judo flip into a pin, and he pins Samoa Joe cleanly in the center of the ring, which is really shocking because I don't think it was time for Samoa Joe to lose. You're pushing Samoa Joe as this unbeatable heel face, and you have him lose cleanly in one of his first major pay-per-views. Granted, he already fought Sami Zayn before, but it's just weird. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, storyline-wise, to have Seth Rollins beat Samoa Joe this early on in their feud. I don't know what they're going to do after this. Who knows? But overall, it was a decent match. It was a well-done match. Both guys are pretty good, but I just look at it what? What? Doesn't make any sense. Immediately following that, we got the ending of the House of Horrors match. That's right, the limo pulls up. Bray Wyatt gets out. Walks to the ring with his, the fireflies come out. He has his lantern. Lights turn on in the ring, and holy shit, Randy Orton's standing right behind him. And all I was thinking was surprise, motherfucker. But all I was thinking, I swear to God, if he hits him with an RKO here and the match ends, I'm flipping my desk, and that is it. I'm burning this mother down. But no, he didn't. They fought for a little bit. Not very long, only a couple minutes actually, because they were so beaten up earlier from the pre-taped event probably that was done a couple weeks ago. Match ends, the Bollywood boys come in to try to interfere. Randy Orton takes them both out, hits Bray Wyatt with the RKO, and just before he's able to capitalize, Jinder Mahal runs in, smashes Randy Orton with the title belt, because in any match, if you get hit with a title belt, that's it. That's the ultimate nail in the coffin. That's like getting hit by a cruise missile, is that title belt. And of course, Bray Wyatt hits him with Sister Abigail and wins 1, 2, 3. It ends the feud, but creates the Randy Orton-Jinder Mahal feud. I don't know. I'm still confused about that. Who knows what's going to happen there. But overall, just the House of Horrors match, in my opinion, worst part of the night. I got ragged on for saying that it's a blatant ripoff of the final deletion because people were like, well, there's so many other things that are yes, I like tributes. I understand stuff has to get copied nowadays because there's really no more original ideas out there. But just the fact that it's so close to the final deletion series and it's obviously a blatant ripoff. Like it's the fact that they literally took it almost shot for shot, step for step. Like the whole concept, even in the house itself. And just, I don't know. Who knows? Overall, I think it was a failed idea. Like, they meant well to do it, but I don't think it turned out that great. Here's hoping Bray Wyatt has something decent going for him. I feel bad that they put the belt on him, and then they took it away, and then they put him into this. Bray Wyatt deserves so much more than what he's given right now. So here's hoping Bray gets something out of this. He won, so maybe that'll be something. Closing off the night, we have Braun Strowman taking on Roman Poopy Reigns. Braun comes out, crowd's freaking cheering because they love Braun Strowman. Who doesn't love Braun Strowman? He's just the entire year, just Roman Reigns comes out to his standard boos. Half his body's taped up. I don't know why. We all know why. Whatever. But yeah, match starts. Roman Reigns tries to get some quick offense in, hits Braun Strowman a couple times. I'm thinking, oh, great. Here we go. But no, Braun's able to come back, pop Roman Reigns a few times. Battle goes outside the ring for a little bit. They continue, hits him with Superman punch, climbs back into the ring. Braun Strowman almost gets counted out, but he's able to climb back into the ring. Match continues. Roman Reigns hits him with a spear, but Braun kicks out. A couple more moves exchanged back and forth. You think Roman Reigns is going to win because he hits him with a Superman punch a few times, but then Braun Strowman catches him in that cool triangle chokehold, then hits him with a running power slam. 1, 2, Roman Reigns kicks out, picks him up again, hits him with a power slam once more, gets the 3 count, beats Roman Reigns clean in the center of the ring because that is the proper thing to do. I swear, if Roman Reigns would have won, I don't know. But it is kind of funny though. A lot of people are saying well, Roman Reigns retired the Undertaker, so he loses. Braun Strowman lost to Kalisto, and he went. It's kind of a weird thing. I like that they're pushing Reigns as the monster because Reigns. No, bad Reigns, poopy Reigns. No, I like that they're pushing Strowman as the unbeatable. I can't believe I said that. Braun Strowman is the unbeatable monster. If this doesn't lead to a Roman Reigns heel turn, I don't know what will. Because after the match, Roman Reigns continues to get the crap kicked out of him by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman smashed him with the steel steps. The crowd's cheering, thank you, Strowman. Vince, listen. Nobody likes Roman Reigns. Turn him heel so we can boo him correctly. But overall, I'm really glad that this match closed the night out because Braun Strowman really deserves to be in the main event picture. I have a feeling Braun Strowman's going to probably feud with Brock Lesnar next. Sadly, Brock Lesnar's probably going to win. But Braun Strowman deserves to be in the main title picture. Overall, the pay-per-view, better than expected. Way better than expected. Most of the night was pretty decent. Good matches, except for that House of Horrors thing. But overall, Raw, you impressed me. Raw, you gave me finally a decent pay-per-view. Good job, guys. Maybe the Superstar shakeup is what you needed. So yeah, overall, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. Pretty decent pay-per-view. So there you guys have it. Payback. What did you guys think about the pay-per-view? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, if you like the video, crush that like button. Please subscribe to the station for more great videos. Follow us on Twitter using the 2 name tags below, and also check out the new Facebook page where I will also post a link down below. This is JP from KayFabe Chronicles, and I will see you all next time.